Banjo, Kashmoor, and Quincy Elias. You both have come together after a long 3 years. Still got a while before you're needed in terms of the entirety of Andromeda, but two of you decided to take on a really important mission. The Cauldronborn of Bogsborough have been oppressed and cut off from trade. Banjo, you've been given a bag of holding filled with aid supplies from Aurora that needs to get to the Cauldronborn so that they continue to fight off Boss Rai until the armies can coalesce and come in to help. This has to get to Bogsborough. No questions asked. And it has to be carried by hand. The finicky magic that is the Swamp of Eternal Night causes problems when it comes to teleportation magic. So, it's now you two. Kind of recruited Quincy while you were in Ravandra to come along with you. As you two skitter along on the back of a sled pulled by two large jackalopes, or jackrabbits, you are moving rather fast through the snow and cold of the frozen mountains that make up the northern part of Chrysantia. And you two are sitting there on the chariot sled, the reins in your hands, Banjo. The cold air whipping through your hair and stinging your face. The scarves that Jolene made sure that you both brought to hold up to your noses. What are you two doing?
I'm trying my best to hold the reins on these rabbits. I look to Quincy and just say, it was real nice that we have such a unique form of transportation. At least it's faster than trudging by foot. I imagine this snow would come up to my my neck at this point.
Yeah, Angela found it in the mail one day. I think it's from Drian. Could be wrong though. Or it might be from the Auspicious.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Reminds me of him, but
yeah. He did. I did find this in the sled, and Quincy holds up a salt shaker. I think he must have forgotten in here.
Oh, what? I don't know what that is.
It's a salt shaker. No.
For shaking salt.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a redundant question.
I think it's for margaritas or something.
Well, sorry, Quincy. I suppose with all this mission and everything coming so fast, just running back India, and now trying to figure out how to drive these damn rabbits, I haven't had a good chance to sit down and talk with you. How's life been treating you since the moon, I suppose?
Well, you might have heard that, not long after the moon, Jolene and I had a break of sorts.
Yeah, I know. I remember trying to set you up on that date as well.
Oh yes. That date.
Yeah, listen, I was trying.
I know.
You
You
seem
were
sad.
trying to help. I get it.
Madison's a very, we'll say,
Intense.
lively person.
Yeah.
What was the word you
very
used?
Intense.
Intense, I suppose, as well.
Yeah. But anyway, sometime after, I went back. I liberated the town of Cult. I helped Ifrin with something that he needed help, and then when I got back, well, I did a few other things, and then Jolene and I got back together.
Well, that's awesome. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
I figured the way you were so homey back in Evandra.
yeah.
I didn't want to ask, though.
Exactly. We're back together, and we're basically raising Angela. She's a real smart kid. Gives me a run for my money, certainly, but
Well, I'm happy for you. You know, you seem like, I mean, you don't even seem like. I know that you're a great man, and a great man makes a great father.
oh, thank you, Banjo. So how have you been these last 3 years or so?
Oh, haven't had a whole lot of exciting stuff going on. I'm mostly Harmony's been working from, or just working. We've been playing kind of nightly at different venues, mostly in Avandra, but a couple outside. I spend most of my days doing odd jobs, but I know this war's coming, and I know there's gonna be a time where I can't spend so much time with her. So, I was trying to spend as much of it with her as I could, and unfortunately that meant that I couldn't go on as many adventures with you, or any of our new friends. I suppose new for me, older for you.
Yeah, we understand. We all had reasons for kind of going our separate ways after the moon.
Yeah, it was a lot. I'm honestly though, I am happy I got roped up into it in the end.
You are?
Yeah, I mean, reuniting with you is a major positive, and for the first time in a long time, I felt confident that a group of people could actually do something about that son of a bitch.
Oh yeah. I never really found any answers myself, but I think maybe together with this group we might finally find it.
Yeah, besides the shows and odd jobs, I've been pouring in the libraries, just looking for anything. Anything at all, and I haven't found a damn thing.
Have you tried looking for a way to contact the Darkened and the Wanderer without, dying?
I did make a prayer, and it was answered, though not to my liking. I've been having a lot of strange dreams lately. One night I did make a prayer to the Darkened, and the Darkened had asked for what I sought, vengeance, and I guess for him it didn't seem personal enough for him to give over that information to me as to how to kill Marcus. I'm just a pawn in whatever twisted game this world's playing.
Yeah, I found myself on that end of things more than a few times. Pawn in the games of gods.
And the worst part was, the Wanderer always seemed like a much more charitable Palinirum, but honestly, the reason I never contacted them was because I was worried that they'd disappoint me like almost every other one I've looked into. I mean, Austin is one of the only ones who I feel has really been there for me. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, he's the reason I met Harmony, after all.
I mean, he's the reason we got this sled right now.
Absolutely. Praise the auspicious, because
Well,
I won't.
Austin is great, and I'm not gonna say otherwise, but I also do have my other responsibility. And Quincy just shows you the symbol of the whisper carved on his belt, on his gun
Yeah.
holster. So, I do have
Yeah. Forgive my cynicism, Quincy. I respect the followings of others. It's just for myself, things end up usually getting a little ugly once you spend a little more time looking into these folks.
yeah. I mean, I thought the noble was who she thought she was at one point, but the more I've experienced, the more I learned that that's just not the case.
Can we talk about the damn donkey? I feel like, I mean, that was a
That
long time ago, but what the hell? What the?
what? Do you have any idea what that was? I am just as confused about it now as am when it happened.
I do not know what on the God's green earth that was. That is an
Do you think
utterly
that was
insane
another
thing.
Palinirum that was messing with us, or
I would guess. I would guess.
it has to be? It has to be. I don't.
Am I petty that I want my 8 gold back? I've thought about bringing a mine to whoever sold Dreen that, but also Dreen's kind of out for the count, so I can't really ask Dreen where he got that. There's just a whole lot, and I think there's more important things going on.
Yeah.
But that was wild. I've never seen a donkey climb fully vertically up a tree before, or spout wings.
Yeah, or spout wings and fly, or sit in a chair and pull out a magazine.
I knew he was special. I do miss him. I had him for one day, and I still miss him. You see Banjo's laughing, but also he is, like, a tear comes to his eye and, like, freezes.
Quincy just, laughs, and again, he still laughs the same way that he did when he was a kid.
Ah, Quincy. It's, you know, being with you also reminds me what we're fighting for in the first place. You know, I still remember when we first met. When, you know.
Oh yes. I certainly remember. If I remember correctly, a group of us, us kids from school, we wanted to, get involved with the freedom fighters, and you're like, oh, I have a project just for you kids, and oh boy, we vandalized that statue.
I respected the initiative. Y'all heard of me, you came to me, and I said, you know what, these kids, this seems like a good learning opportunity. And
Yes,
I am so pleased.
Yes, you taught a bunch of school children that vandalism is perfectly okay.
Which, against him, against fascists?
Against him,
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I'm in full agreement with you. No issues
I
here.
understand. I think about the times of, tearing down their flags or throwing paint on them or just creating a ruckus, like letting whatever creatures we could find loose in their castle if we could.
Oh yeah, I remember one summer I caught I caught like 17 squirrels and let them all loose in one of the guard barracks. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. It's a shame. I'm happy you got out of there when you did. Things started getting a lot worse. I know I haven't talked to you a whole lot about that.
Yeah, when I found my parents' journal, all the information on it regarding how to fight vampires and whatnot, I knew that I had that. I had information that other people just didn't have, and I knew I had to put it to use, and I hoped that, as I traveled the world, that maybe I'd found the answer out there.
Well, Quincy, I, as a bard whose job it is to tell stories, hearing all the exploits of the teams Andromeda and Novatory, I know that you and this entire group have been doing so much good. And I think you took the right path.
Banjo, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
All right. Not great at those. That's a whole 6.
As you are looking around, you can see the sun starting to set over the mountains, and it makes that beautiful color, that orange burnt sky color, and that mix with the purple in the atmosphere. And you're reminded of harmony, and you harken back to the conversation that you two had before you set out on this particular mission. Hey, Banjo. You you ready for tomorrow?
I, you see, Banjo was just kind of probably sitting at a table a little out of it, and looks up at her and just smiles and says, I'm so ready. Whoa. Ready for what again?
Yeah, you said you and Quincy are gonna go take care of that secret mission or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was important. Yep. I think I was trying hard enough not to think
I
about
love you,
leaving
right?
you. Oh, I love you too, dear. You know I wouldn't leave you behind for any amount of time if this wasn't important, if it wasn't, for helping people.
I'm going to Lindari Ellen.
Had she told me about this before?
No.
Oh. Alright, okay. I suppose, yeah, there's a whole lot of elves out there, and beautiful, I've heard.
My mom and my stepdad are there, and with you and everything that's going on in the war, and I'm sure you're going to want to help out with Boss Rai and all that stuff, I thought it'd probably be good to be near my mom and my stepdad for everything.
I remember you telling me that's where they were from. I would love to come and visit them.
Yeah.
I suppose you haven't seen them in some time, right?
No. And we'll have a lot to talk about and catch up on.
Yeah, we had. Never mind. You see, he looks around. Banjo had bought a raven previously to keep up correspondence with the various people from across places. And just kind of looks back at her and just says, "It's fine. It's fine."
Can you promise me when this war's over that we can we can build something together, you and I?
That's all we've been dreaming about. That's what we've been starting. We're already building, baby. Might not be so big, but it's a foundation.
Wouldn't be opposed to a bigger house.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, yeah. I would not be opposed to that at all. I would cherish that, and hopefully after we become, me and my friends become war heroes, maybe we'll be able to buy something a little nicer.
Yeah. After that, make an insight check, please.
Oh, I know. Banjo wasn't fully believing it as he was saying it either. Yeah, it's an 8 on the inside.
Yeah, you have no idea what she's going on about. You can tell she's nervous, but that's about it.
Alright, she buys it.
Yeah.
Listen, hon.
What time? What time do you have to leave tomorrow?
I was thinking I might be a little tired after our last show tonight. So I'm thinking maybe around 1 or so. Early or mid-afternoon, I'd say.
You'll probably want to sleep in the morning, get your rest. Won't have much time for anything in the morning, right?
Well, here's the thing. My last hours with you for some time will be incredibly precious to me. And even though I might want my beauty rest, I think a nice pot of coffee, I'll be able to stay up with you for a little bit before that. How about that?
Yeah,
and I can make you an excellent breakfast, whatever you want. We can make it together. It might be more fun.
Yeah. No matter what, just know I love you, okay? And sometimes the words for songs are easier to write than the words for emotions and feelings come out your mouth, you know?
I'd love you too. Absolutely. I just want to make sure that you're alright. I know this kind of came onto our laps really suddenly, and I don't want... I don't want to upset you. I just want to make sure that you're okay.
No, I'm upset. I'm just got a lot of stress on my plate right now.
You care to talk about it? We got time.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me a persuasion check at advantage?
All right. Hey, yo. That's a 23.
She kind of looks useless. Well, it's not a huge rush, because, it takes time. And, there's, like, all the other stuff that kind of goes with it, and, I'll have my mom and my stepdad, and, I've got a lot of support and everything, and I don't want you to be worried, I don't want you to stress out, I want you to, do what you gotta do, and, do the things you're doing, because those things are important, and, I want you to, know that I love you, and that I want you and I to spend the rest of our lives together,
Hun,
yeah?
I love you. I love you so much. You're saying a whole lot of words, and I don't think you're necessarily saying the ones you want to say right now. Like you said, words are not the easiest thing to come by. At least the right ones. But it's okay. I'm here for you. I'm here to listen.
You're gonna be a dad.
You see Banjo puts his head backwards and up, just with a smile. A tear runs down his face. He has this moment of quiet before hopping up onto the chair he was sitting on, and now that he's at her shoulder level, he jumps up to her and wraps his hands around her neck. I love you so much. This is the best news that I've had in my entire life.
I love you too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put this on you. Like when you got all this stuff going on, but I planned on leaving tomorrow to get to Lindari Island because I know that everything you got going on, and it takes 18 months before I'm due, and like there's all that stuff, and like I didn't want to stress you out, and I thought about just going, but then that wouldn't be cool to you, and I'm sorry.
I'm so happy that you told me. Can I kiss you right now? I'm hanging around your neck as he drops to the floor. Back to his
Absolutely.
feet. He just gives her a long kiss and just says, I'm glad you told me now for this, but it does make me question about what I want to
You can't.
do. And
No, Banjo. You can't. Think about all the kids, all the young parents in Boss Rye right now who don't have a choice, a place to go. I'd like our kids to see where their dad comes from one day, if you can make that happen.
You see Banjo puts his head down a bit, starts walking around the table, kind of back turned to her a little bit, and just says, I think the rest of them have it covered. I'm just a little guy who sings songs, and I don't think that they need me as much as...
Banjo,
Yeah.
Jolene told me, and two of us were, well, when she helped me find out, for sure. You are an absolute legend. I've never been more proud of you. And they need you more than you realize. They need you for who you are, not the abilities that you have, not the magic that you wield. Not
Did I ever
Yeah.
tell you? I know I don't talk a lot about Boss Rye. I do agree. There's a lot of innocent, nice people there. But I've seen how war can corrupt and change people. And you're the only, and I suppose Quincy and Jolene, and the more I think about it, there's a whole hell of a lot of good people out there, but you're one of the only things I've ever been confident in my whole life. As you see, Banjo fishes into his jacket. Now, I know you don't like when I pull these out, but I want to tell you something. And he puts a jar of spiders on the table.
We're gonna get the story finally, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
But before you do that story, I do have something I'm gonna give to you.
okay.
Now, I know you're more of a strings instrument kind of guy, but sometimes you gotta let the winds whistle, you know? And she pulls out a very, very old harmonica.
Oh. Gorgeous, baby. It's beautiful.
My grandfather made it way back when, in the age of the serpents. Kind of
my
old
God.
mouse. I was hoping, because it's supposed to be handed down, that you will hand this down to our child.
Oh. That would be...
You better come back to me and hand it down, okay? It's important.
Hon, that is a great honor. This is such a beautiful thing, and I'm gonna live just to hear our child's voice and us playing songs with them, and we'll have our own little band, right? Wherever we end up.
Absolutely. Now, let me hear the story of those creepy jar spiders.
You see Banjo picks up the jar of spiders, puts it back in his jacket, looks up at you and just says, you know, every moment you reignite my faith in people. You've never made me question it for a moment. So how about, instead of me telling a sad story and remembering why I haven't trusted people in so long, let's just enjoy tonight.
Think you could dance with me?
Oh, it would be my pleasure, my dear.
And as the two of you begin to dance, you can see fading in and out from the plane of song, hat, in and out, just enough to where you have a little bit of background ambiance. Like the music is there, just echoous enough that you can, only the two of you can hear it. As you snap out of your memory to Quincy sneezing really hard.
Oh, bud, you gotta, fuck.
What?
Oh, buddy, you got a runny nose there. Here, Banjo's
Oh,
gonna pull out his makeup kit, and from his makeup kit, he's got a little like handkerchief. He's gonna hand it to Quincy. He uses it for dabbing his makeup on.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Quincy.
Thank you.
You all right? I feel like
Yeah.
I dazed off a little bit there.
Yeah, no problem. We're approaching soon, but we're still a few minutes away. Out of curiosity, I found this jar full of spiders just in your pack. Where did you get this?
Oh no, you can't keep those out in the cold. They're gonna die.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Put them back in your. I mean, I put them
Oh,
back.
thanks
I
for
just
catching that
noticed.
for me.
Yeah, that they were about to fall out. Where did you get them? If you don't mind my asking. If it's too much, then we can just skip over it.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. You remember those boys? I don't know. You were young then. There were a lot of kids that hung around us back then. There was Jeremy and Philip and there was three of them. I can't remember the last one's name.
Jeremy, Philip, and I think it was it Hector or
Yes, Hector. Hector, definitely. Hector. Well, they had been a part of our group for a long time, and, you know, we'd done a lot of good things around the city. I'm sure you remember that old mage that we saved all that time ago.
yeah.
She promised me specifically 2 favors, because I ended up putting the eye out of the guy who was beating her up, the guard. So I ended up, well, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. After you left, a lot of the boys were getting, well, different. It seemed they were hinting at things, You know when you make a whistle just a certain way, you blow on it and all the dogs perk up?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how they started talking. Saying stuff sounding a little more like, well, like it was coming from Demon's mouth than any freedom fighter.
Hmm.
Well, one day those three boys, they turned me over. The guards rushed my house, killed a lot of the other kids right on the spot. And they took me to the gallows. The only reason I got out was that old woman.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Yeah. She told me, one of your favors is done, but you have one more. And he pulls out the jar of spiders, and you see 3 spiders in there. And he just looks at Quincy and puts the spiders back in his coat.
Hmm.
You did me a great favor there. Now I keep these boys by my side just to remember.
Hmm.
People can change. Real fast. And now that I have a lot of things to love, a lot to lose, I always want to remember that.
Yeah. You see Quincy, he doesn't really say anything, but he does tears do start falling from his eyes as he mourns the way that many people in Basrai mourn, where you don't say anything and you don't make a face because you don't want the soldiers to come for you too. So you just let the tears fall.
Banjo lets the silence hang for a little bit and kind of looks out to the sun and says to Quincy after some time has passed, "Now, I almost told Harmony that story before I left, but I wanted our last memory for some time to be a happy one. And so, maybe to raise your spirits a little bit, I can give you some of my own good news."
Oh?
You see Banjo smiling ear to ear, not even paying attention to where these jackrabbits are going. And he is just... tears are streaming down his face. And he's smiling and just says, "Quincy, I'm gonna be a dad."
Oh, Banjo, that... Quincy grabs the reins from you as he sees they're going a little off course and just, like, hugs you. Oh,
No,
that's wonderful!
we're both gonna be dads. We can have playdates for our
Oh, we're gonna
kids.
have playdates with our kids! That's gonna be amazing!
Absolutely. I was thinking Cadence.
Oh, Cadence. Oh, cause she's Harmony and you're Banjo. I love that.
I might as well keep up the theme.
It's a good theme.
Harmony showed me this beautiful harmonica that I guess is handed down by her family. I'm just so excited to have my own little band, my own little family.
Your own
I
little
mean, I've
family
had
band.
yeah. Oh, Quincy.
Oh.
And Banjo kind of sinks a little bit. He's still smiling, but you can tell in his eyes he's thinking about the implication that you and him are both leaving those things behind for now.
I know a lot of war stories, you know, they don't end well for people like us with folks at home, but I think a bard of all people can figure out a better ending.
And while I have never met many gunslingers, I'll say, besides that Minotaur, Antigone, right?
Yes.
Um, you're probably one of the greatest shots I've ever seen.
Well, to
I'm
be
hoping.
perfectly honest, she's more of a well. She's better than most people I know. She openly admits she's not as good as me.
That's fair. I've. Can I ask you? Did she? I've only gotten like little partial. Is she like with her gun? Like, is that a thing? Like
The
romantically?
the the spear, like demon prince or duke, I think is no, it's a duke. Duke of the demon realm is like sealed in her gun, and she got it out, and yes, it's her boyfriend now.
I respect that. I
Yeah,
respect
I
that.
respect that. They're
We didn't
quite
get too much of a chance to talk on the moon, and I've only heard from other people since then that that was a thing. I just had to clarify.
yeah, no, yeah. She also made my gun. There's no spirit in it or anything, but just, she's a great mechanic, great engineer.
Quincy, you're all the spirit that gun needs. I'll tell you what.
Uh,
You know, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to be able to tell a lot of really good stories. And they might get a little sad and a little scary, but
those are the best kinds.
absolutely.
Just gotta make sure that the brave heroes have the courage to see it through to the end. 'Cause those are the stories that really matter. The ones where they could have
Absolutely.
turned back, but they didn't.
Oh, we're in one just like that now. I better start coming up with the right words and how to tell it.
Yeah.
You both finish up the rest of your journey. It's several days still, but a lot faster than it would be going by foot. And you make your trek down the mountains, across the grasslands, through the swamp. You notice that the sled being pulled by the two jackrabbits manages to glide across the swamp water somehow.
Magnificent, wild.
Yeah, it's
You
almost like it
eventually
was
find
made by the god of magic or something.
you
It makes
eventually
sense. Still impressive.
you eventually find yourself in Bogsborough, running into someone that you didn't anticipate running into.
Oh, fucking shit.
As you all both come into Bogsborough, you're greeted by somebody that you weren't expecting. Right at the entrance to Bogsborough. Almost like they were waiting for you.
Oh.
Drian?
Quincy, Banjo.
Hi.
Quincy kind of like gets up out of the sled, walks towards Drian. Do they look the same as when I last saw them, or?
If I remember correctly, Quincy did not ever see Drian with the mask on. So I am wearing the King of Steam's mask. It is inverted from
Oh.
any previous memory you have of it. But backwards from just timelines.
Drian,
Glad to see you're okay.
are you okay?
We're fine. For the most part.
We?
Oh, you got friends with you?
I see Angela got the box I left her. To sort of look at Jack and Lopes.
Yeah, yeah. They did.
Do the rabbits mind being picked up? I wanted to give one a little snuggle for a moment here.
I
Banjo
enjoy
cannot.
being pet and candied carrots.
All right.
Drian, it's good to see you again, but I've been doing my best to raise her. She's a real smart kid.
Yes.
You been keeping an eye on us?
We have.
I don't know if you heard me or not, but I promised to do right by you, taking care of her. I hope I've lived up to that.
I sort of wince a little bit and like tilt my head backwards over my right shoulder and then look back at you. We're very appreciative of that, Quincy. We have someone to introduce you to.
Oh?
If you want to follow us.
Yeah, how do I unsummon Jack and Lopes? Or
I'm currently like holding one of them and petting him on the head.
do I just leave them there? Dude.
You
know
just,
how
you
these-
just got to take off the you just got to take off the glasses.
Just,
Oh, okay. Banjo.
you've been wearing heart-shaped sunglasses the entire time.
I think he pushed them up on his forehead, but he didn't take them off.
So you take them off and they poof away with the smell of pineapple and coconut.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, I should have left the salt shaker in there, huh? Oh well, I'll put it back next time.
I'm sure Austin will manage.
Well, nice to see you, Dreen. I know there was a lot of people to introduce each other to over there on the moon, but it's a pleasure to see you again. As I put my hand out, I'm going to try to shake Dreen's hand. I don't know anything.
Right. We don't do the shaking of hands thing unless you want to lose your hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was Banjo, right?
Yes.
It's nice to see you again as well.
Yeah. I know the last time we saw each other, a bunch of people were talking about maybe having to kill you, so very happy to see that you're okay. I had heard
My
word
face
that you were...
just like grows super dark for a second. We shouldn't
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah, we won't talk
Banjo,
about that.
let's
Okay.
just leave
All right.
that out of there.
I'm gonna sort of turn around and like wave my hand over my shoulder. Come on, Mindy's waiting for us.
Right.
All right.
We do have the supplies. Right,
Once you
Banjo?
down. I fucked up, right? Yeah, we got the supplies, yeah.
Yeah, just don't mention the moon, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure if Drian is all okay. From what I heard, I wasn't there, from what I heard, they kind of fused together with all their siblings and also an evil version of themselves, and now they're all just in there together in one body, in one head. Hence the we.
Oh, Ghost left that out of the letters. All right, that's good to know.
Yeah, I made sure to get the full, rundown from Tig.
Yeesh. All right. You know what? It's fine. What could go wrong? We're just here to feed some people.
Hey, Drain. Did you find the carriers for the supplies?
Yeah, Mindy, this is Quincy and Banjo.
Hey everyone. Name's Mindy. You kind of see this mid-20s woman, longer black hair, kind of sitting right over top of her shoulders. You can see she's got really beautiful, like dark green eyes, and a second set on top of her forehead that looks almost arachnid-like, and her fingers come to like long tips, like those of a spider's legs. Oh yeah, name's Mindy. I kind of handle resources here. It's been really difficult.
Quincy
What?
H. Elias, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, wow, two of you. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the two of us,
Banjo
Quincy and
Cashmore.
Banjo.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm going to sort of lean to one of the errand runners that Mindy has in the shop and whisper something for them to go grab.
Okay, yeah, come on inside. I'll get you guys. I got some water. You guys,
Yeah.
that's about all we got here.
That's fine by me.
By the way, I am a little bit of a cleric, so if you need any help in that regard, I can do a little bit before I have to go.
Oh, no, I think we're good on the healing stuff. Our main problem's been food and ammunition.
Right.
Right.
We've been holding off the army as best we can. I'm just waiting, really hoping that Avandra will come help out soon.
We're
Yeah.
doing what we can.
Yeah,
There's a lot of war.
yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. I know. I'm not. I don't want to.
Hey,
I don't want to seem like ungrateful. or anything
No,
like that.
you are totally justified in the way you feel, because this is a terrible situation we all find ourselves in, and I'm glad that we could help.
Yeah. No
I
worries.
think you're doing incredible work here. And I'm gonna hand over the bag of holding.
Jeez. All right. I'm gonna take you to the back room to get set up. There's a water dispenser right there. You can sell some water, and go ahead. Jane, I suppose you got that other thing then.
Yeah,
Um,
Jimmy's grabbing her.
You see, she kind of goes to walk away and turns around and. Is Angela doing okay?
Oh, yeah. She's
I
doing
put a hand
real
on
well.
Quincy's.
She's doing
Yeah.
real well in school. She's a real smart kid, smarter than I am already. But don't tell her I said that.
Yeah.
From everything he said, he's taken great care of her.
That's good. And she kind of walks off into the back really quickly.
All right.
Do I recognize or clock that as weird, or?
You take a second, and why don't you roll me an insight check with advantage?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20, 26.
Hey, yo.
You recognize those eyes, Mindy's eyes, very well, having looked into them every time you look at Angela.
Oh.
Just sort of nod as Quincy makes that connection.
Yeah, Quincy's welling up right now, and oh dear.
Well, I'll be damned. You weren't lying, Dran.
No,
As you turn around
we
and you
don't do
see
that.
as you turn around, you see a blonde woman with a star across the middle of her nose, light blue eyes, and a pistol at her hip. And on top of that, she's wearing a bracer with the sigil of the Piercer, a long spear embedded in stone.
Hmm.
Octavia H. Elias, at your service.
Hold up.
Ah,
What?
wait a
She's from a
second.
different circle.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ifrin's brother told me about you.
So she's like your sister from like a different social
No,
circle?
no.
or-
She's from a different timeline, a different reality.
Oh.
Of
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Quincy kind of, walks up to her. Are they like the same height too, or?
Exact same height.
Oh.
That's wild.
And I guess he kind of, circles her a little bit. Like like he's not entirely sure what to make of all this, and he's like,
Well, you sizing me up, huh?
well, I mean, feel free to do the same for me if you want.
I already did as soon as I seen you, and I seen that you carry your pistol a little bit on the lower side. You usually shoot below the hip.
It makes for a better quick draw, but yeah,
Well,
it's quite.
I do have some time, so I don't mind. But she kind of pulls her pistol
You have
slowly
the range.
from her hip.
Oh,
Yeah, here.
See who's the better shot?
You want to check her out?
oh yeah.
This here's Rebel.
Oh, Rebel. Quincy pulls out his gun and shows it to her. Elian.
Oh, no shit.
Nothing too fancy, but it's well made.
Real life.
Yeah, Rebel's pretty heavy.
You notice that it's bored to a 50 caliber.
Ooh. That is some intense. Ooh. Recoil on this.
My philosophy. Yeah, but my philosophy is you only gotta really hit the target once if you put a big enough hole in it.
Sure enough, but precision can be very important too.
Yeah, I suppose if you're trying to leave the target alive.
Well, sometimes you want that.
You know what? You are right. Maybe I should get a second piece in order to take those kinds of shots.
Yeah.
Or
I will
at
say
least I should've.
this is a. Did you make this, or mine was made by a Tig?
No. My good friend of mine, Atagles, made it.
Oh yeah, good. My friend is named Antigone.
Oh shit. I suppose you and I probably got a lot of similar stuff, being, the same person from different timelines.
Yeah.
Or circles, you call them, Drian?
That is correct. Circles.
Alright. So, I've been meaning to talk to you.
Yeah. I also noticed a very distinct difference in whose holy symbol you have on your bracer there.
Yeah. I see you, sir, what was that,
A whisper.
I actually don't recognize that one.
The Whisper. Goddess of Freedom.
Oh, well, that explains it. We don't really got that where I'm from.
Oh.
We're trying, but it's a little slow burn,
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta kindle the flames before they can really ignite.
Right. Yeah, we
No,
should get inside and talk. I suppose we're standing in the road.
Yeah.
Oh man, Drian,
no.
we're standing in the middle of the road talking again. Ain't this old times?
Yeah.
Sort of chuckle. Yeah. You're not trying to run us over with a horse this time.
I was
So-
not trying to run you guys over, okay? You showed up in the middle of the road in front of my horse. I stopped myself. Come on. So I
I,
guess I.
We just have to tease you, Quincy.
I have a favor to ask. That's the real reason I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, okay. As soon as we get inside.
Yeah, come on. Let's go ahead and have a seat then. And
Alright.
yeah, you must be looks over at Drian. Banjo, I think.
Yeah, Banjo. I guess they'd be called something different where you're from.
She
Eh.
distinctly look at Drian. Or
No.
sorry, I thought
Looked.
you
No, she looked at
introduced
Drian
us,
for
but I-
confirmation.
Okay. You see Banjo is over by the water filter. He's watering his spiders and closes the jar back up just a little bit so they have something to drink. Oh, yeah. Hi, other Quincy. What was your name again?
Octavia.
Quincy Octavia. All right.
Octavia Atalius.
Well, pleasure to meet you as well.
Your last name wouldn't happen to be Cashmore, would it?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Oh, just a finicky feeling.
What?
Do
what's
you have
that
your own Cashmore
mean?
back in Boss, or in your world's version of Boss Ride?
Yeah, liar.
Oh,
Liar Cashmore.
liar. Oh, because it's another instrument. I get it.
You see Banjo holds back. He's tried to be less flirty now that he's with Harmony, and he just looks up at her and says, could you tell me about this liar?
Yeah.
Are they also...
Yes. Well, there was a fact that the Boss Rice soldiers tried to burn her at the stake for frivolous dalliances with monstrous creatures. I think is what the phrasing was used. Basically,
what was the word
they-
you said?
frivolous dalliances with monstrous creatures. Basically, Boss Rice thought liars slept with too many people.
I know how they talk about people. That
Hey,
that
look,
tracks.
something universally applicable. Boss Rice fucking sucks.
Well,
Hell
that's
yeah.
unfortunate that so many things can be so different, and that does not change. But
Is
Well,
her name
Hopefully, it
in your
will.
world? Is her name like Martha Deemhan? It's got to be Martha, right?
Who?
oh no, there can't be more. No,
The leader of Boss Ride.
No, you talking about Persephone?
Oh,
oh
Persephone's a better name at least. Ours is called Marcus.
yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, no, Queen Persephone is the absolute fucking worst.
I mean,
Yeah, it
yeah,
sounds like
if
it.
they're the same person, then they're probably still the worst.
So what parts of them are like opposite though? Because I was not known for my dalliances, as it were, in my youth.
You know, I know. We could sit here and talk about the differences between our worlds,
Right,
but
but
like,
we should probably focus on
Yeah,
the
there's
main-
probably something more pertinent
Yeah.
to do.
oh,
I have a
before
raven back home. We can correspond
Before
later
I-
on.
before I drop too much on you, Quincy,
Yeah?
you know what happens to anomalies when they're taken care of by the Blue Tower?
Nothing good, I imagine.
Well, you go back to your timeline. Actually, it's not that bad when you first think of it, right?
But your timeline's gone. So there's nothing for you to
Yeah.
go back to.
Yeah. Luckily, it's only me and Aiden who are affected, seeing as how she was born. here this timeline.
Aiden?
Aiden Free, my husband.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, he's your Jolene.
Yeah. She kind of pulls her glove off and shows you her hand, kind of semi-transparent.
What?
Well, Aiden and I are already fading. Wraiths got to us about a week ago.
Oh
Oh
no.
dear.
What can we do? How can we help you?
Yeah. She kind of walks out, and you see her, walk in Aiden, who's almost completely see-through, and
Oh.
a small child, maybe 4 years old.
Mm.
This here's Quinlan.
Mm.
She was born here, and so she's safe from having to go back. Well, she ain't gonna have me or Aiden anymore.
Yes, she is.
And if you were
We ain't
anything
gonna let
like me,
anything happen.
if you were anything like me, Quincy, which I think you are, you'll make sure she got the best she can. I know it's a lot to ask, and I don't even really know you, but I couldn't think of anyone better than
Quincy hugs Octavia, and he actually reaches for and pulls in Aiden as well. Who, I mean, Quincy's trying to push it out of his mind right now, but he almost instantly loves Aiden. And he's gonna lose him real quick, so he's trying to push that out of his mind. And then he kneels down for Quinlan. Hey, what does she look like?
You see, she's got a darker complexion, somewhat like Jolene's. You see that she has a large poof of blonde hair. It's very hard to manage. And she kind of looks up at you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really don't understand everything that's going on.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. They're gonna have to go for a bit. Your parents, and I'm gonna try my best to take care of you, okay? I know it's weird to say, but I'm basically,
You see both of them kind of nod at you.
I'm basically kind of a version of your mother, from another timeline, another dimension. We're almost the same person, actually.
You see this 4-year-old look at you with utter confusion.
I know it's a lot to take in, and honestly, it doesn't even make sense to me, and I'm a full grown-up. But he takes his hat off and kind of puts it over his heart. But I swear, I'll take care of you. No matter what. Okay?
Alright.
Okay.
Now, sweetheart, you be good, alright? And yeah. She kind of sits rebel on the table. And Quincy, if you if you could figure out a way for us to be back together again,
Anything I can, I'll do.
I'd greatly appreciate it.
I promise I'll do whatever I can, but
All right. Bye, sweetheart. Mama loves you. And keep your aim straight. Never lose sight of the target. You can see her and Aiden completely fade away. Banjo,
Yes.
after 3 days of helping out around Bogsboro as best as you can, you're on the ride back. You see little Quinlan nestled in between you and Quincy, sleeping. And
Yeah.
you and Quincy kind of silently have been riding back. What are you two doing as you're on the way back?
I thought we could do something about that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm naive a little bit.
what are you thinking?
No, just that I thought we could save them right then and there, and some people are just out of time. I almost thought about saying that she'd be in a lot of good hands, but I didn't think you'd want to tell Octavia that those hands wouldn't necessarily be yours for some time, at least come very soon.
I know. Quincy's like in tears, holding this little girl. This little Quinlan. I know that if I don't go, there'll be no world for her to grow up in at all.
I know. That's why I'm making the choices I'm making too. I get it.
Why did they have to get sent away?
I don't know. I don't know how all this time stuff works. I've read a couple books. The stories of the gods are always so much more interesting than how it all plays out. But I suppose I should have a vested interest in knowing when someone kind can come into your life and disappear in just moments like that. You know,
I will make this right. Somehow, some way. Even if I can't get them back. Oh man.
I know you will, Quincy. I'm here to help. No matter which version of Quincy it is, I'm here to help you. My little Quincy.
I'm just...
As the two of you start wrapping up and heading into Douglas, You can see you unloaded it, of course, but you kind of gave Rebel to little Quinlan to hold on to for the ride. She's just kind of holding it close to her chest. And as you up the city, hop into Douglas, you make your way over. Quincy heads to Jolene's house to have a rather scary conversation.
Yeah.
And Banjo,
Yes.
you get to yours and Harmony's apartment. And there's a note taped to the door.
I'm gonna grab it, pull it down, and I'm a little nervous, but I open it up.
Banjo, I'm off to Lindari Ellen. Now you probably still need some place to stay, so the band has the keys. Just go ahead and get them from them. I hope that you can meet me in Lindari Ellen when this war is all over, and we can go see the place you grew up. You could take me to that deli you kept always talking about and said always had the really good food.
Hmm.
But until then, don't you ever forget what all of us are fighting for. What freedom really feels like. How important it is for everyone to have it. Love you always. The three of us.